My name is Ken Falk. I'm the founder and the chairman of the board of Boulder Crest Retreat for Military and Veteran Wellness. So I got where I'm at today, I guess a couple ways. One is I'm a retired Navy veteran. I spent almost 22 years in the Navy. I was a bomb disposal guy in the Navy. Got out of the Navy and moved from San Diego, where I retired from, back here to Virginia, which is my home. And early in the war, started getting phone calls from Iraq and Afghanistan from friends who had troops that were injured in combat. And my wife and I actually spent a lot of days and a lot of time between 2004 and 2012 at the hospitals, welcoming these families who were coming here to Washington, D.C. to be with their loved ones who had in fact been physically and severely physically injured in combat. And during those years, my wife and I had started bringing families from the hospitals out to our home, which is here in Bluemont, Virginia. And those afternoon barbecues, those dinners, those weekend stays ultimately turned into an idea that we could do more. And it inspired us to donate 37 acres of our 200-acre estate and build the nation's first privately funded retreat center for military and veteran wellness. And we've had over 2,000 people stay here in our facility. And we see that as a huge impact. It doesn't put a dent in the problem. Estimates are that about 2 million people are suffering with the aftermath of war, physical and invisible injuries of war. People come here, most everybody that comes here because they're having some sort of issues, need a break, or need to go through one of our programs. And what we really hope to be able to do over the next several years is to replicate this model in 10 other places in the country and around the United States. So we chose Loudoun County for a lot of reasons, primarily that we lived here, but more importantly, it's probably the most beautiful part of Virginia. I mean, we're in the Blue Ridge Mountains, we're on the Appalachian Trail. Just on the other side of the mountain is the Shenandoah River. And unlike most combat stress recovery programs, which take place in very clinical settings, we've got the most beautiful place to run these programs. And it's nature and creating a safe environment are really the first two things. We get a lot of support from the businesses in Loudoun County, the Chamber of Commerce. It just hasn't been, you know, a better relationship that I could think of anywhere else in the country. This profession that I'm in, this job that I do, there's really no lack of recognition that we get from the people who come and stay here. Winning the Nonprofit of the Year in Loudoun County is a big deal to me. It's amazing, I think, in life in general terms, how many great things get done and never get recognized. And we have a staff here, a very small staff, but a staff here that works hard every day, 7 days a week, to welcome the families into Loudoun County, to make sure that their stay here and their experience here is second to none. What it's done for me personally, I think, is just elevated my happiness, if you will. I don't think I could have planned a retirement job that's as satisfying as what I'm doing here. I think the thing that sticks with me the most is on our labyrinth, which is out in our back field. I had a guy come off of that one day, was walking. The labyrinth is kind of a form of mobile meditation, and a guy walked off of that and he came up and he gave me a hug and he said, "Thank you, you saved my life." And I think probably that's what sticks with me the most and keeps me motivated to go out and do what I do every day to keep the place running.